today I'll be sharing with you how I've actually doubled my own income. And to start things with, I'm nowhere near the highest income earner in my industry, not even my own company. But there are still learning points that you can take away from this discussion, because in my journey, I've discovered things that really have helped me get to the next level, and I want to share that with you. And let me show you the formula on a rough vision, so that as you follow through, you kind of know where I'm getting at. Then you can pick on some points to improve for yourself, correct? So it starts with deals, the number of deals or transactions that you're doing for yourself, your business, or your company. Then if you look one scale up, is the deal size, how big the size is. And then last but not least, the stream of deals. So it starts with deals, deal size, then stream of deals. So if you get that logic and you're interested to find out more on this formula, continue watching on. Hi guys, welcome back. Now, if you've benefited from the content here on YouTube, smash on like button. Let's start on deals first, which is the ground of things. There are actually 3 sub-segments. And let's start with the first sub-segment, which is whether the deals are recurring or not. Now, they've always said you spend 5 times more to attract a new customer than to retain one. So I've actually kept that wisdom in mind, which is actually to retain customers as best as I can. And this belief now actually starts before I actually acquire a customer, which means through a preliminary call, I try to understand whether a customer is looking for a quick transaction or looking for a long-term relationship. And if I feel that there's a chance of a long-term relationship, then I take on the case. So as always, it takes 2 hands to clap. You want a long-term relationship, the customer also needs a long-term relationship, then it works. But once you prioritize that, you realize that recurringness of the business is easier to do. And that really helps to optimize the number of deals. The second sub-segment is to actually create a system for customer acquisition. It's also the place now where I meet majority of my customers. I also have my website, so there are actually 2 systems now generating for me customers to meet. And I realize now that marketing is really educating the customer. Once you are able to educate a customer freely, you build trust. And not only that, I intersperse more personality to it. I share with you my personal life. I've shared you my home before. When it comes to adding a personal touch to it, it gives the whole process a lot more power. These days we see so much advertisements. We're so tired of it. We don't know what to believe in. And when you feel something is believable, that's where the connection becomes very strong. And with that, let's move on to the third sub-segment, which is the time to convert each deal. Previously in 2019 and before, I used to get to know a potential customer first before embarking on business. And that was actually a very slow process, a very manual, slow process. But these days with Zoom meetings and stuff, I've actually been able to speed up the transactions. Firstly, it saves time not only for myself, but also for the customer. And when it's only an online meeting where customers don't need to travel from their office or from their home too far, you realize that it's actually very easy to set up meetings, correct? I guess right now, if you have a corporate team and you have attending meetings all over the place, it's also the same case, because back-to-back meetings are so easy to do nowadays. So this whole technology enablement really gives me a lot of confidence that I can actually beat the robots in my financial services business, and reinforces my belief that if human touch is not too much of a hassle, it's actually welcome. So that actually rounds up deals, which let me recap again, which is whether it's recurring, is the deal recurring, whether there is a system for deals to be acquired, and last but not least, how fast is it to convert each and every deal? So these 3 sub-segments really help enable the number of deals and transactions to take place. Now, if you follow me to here on deals, now let's move on to the more powerful segment, which is deals, and then to deal size. Deal size is really the amplifier to bring up your income, especially if you're also in sales or entrepreneurship. There's always a common saying that it takes the same number of hours to complete a small deal as with a big deal, which also means that it takes for a chef to cook a steak worth $40. It also takes the same amount of time to cook a chicken chop worth $4. And that's why banks have actually retail bank, priority bank, as well as private bank. Deal sizing is actually very important to understand that impact on income. And how I practice right now is when a query comes in, I assess the depth of the problem. Previous years, I used to chase each and every case. I was very happy to hop on a case and do whatever I can. But that expended my energy all over the place. So right now, if I find a case that is has sufficient depth that interests me to take on, I have more energy and time to allocate to that case itself. So hopefully that sharing helps you, especially to understand that not every deal is worth to pursue. And that's as it should be, because businesses should not be chasing all the customers. Businesses should be focusing on serving the right customers the best way. And last but not least, at the top of the funnel, which is deals, deal size, it is actually the stream of deals. How many streams of deals are there? which also in another term means multiple streams of income. Now, regardless of what occupation you are at, this section definitely applies. And as the saying goes, the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. Maybe a lot of them are investment related income, but there are still definitely more than one sources of active income. And with that, maybe I can share with you my principles, see whether you can adopt it, which is to always earn with your mind, not with your strength. Now that shapes a lot of decisions, because if you're looking to earn with your strength, you'll be doing Grab driving, correct? Grab food riding, correct? That's earning with your strength. And very often we see that earning with your strength has a certain limit. It is not possible to go beyond a certain amount of income. If that, I'll put up this saying by Naval Ravikant. Earn with your mind, not your time. His definition is even broader, not your time. But that also gets a bit cloudy, and maybe I'll just share with you my interpretation, see whether it's helpful or not. Let's use tuition as an example. So if you're a student or a young working adult and you're looking for extra side hustle income, tuition is one of the most lucrative side hustles. You can command $50-$60 an hour. But do you realize something or not? When you earn with your time in tuition, there's also a cap, because tuition service is also a commodity. It's almost impossible to charge $500 an hour, which is what top lawyers are actually charging, or even $160 an hour, simply because there is a commodity cap to it. So maybe let's discuss some constructive ideas that I've also adopted myself, which is the first. Do something that can potentially scale very easily. And technology nowadays enables everybody to scale very easily without cost. What do I mean by scaling? That is to impact more people and reach more customers without increasing your costs. Because if you, for example, are giving flyers, you need to hire people. You are increasing your costs as you grow your revenue. But scaling with technology means that you're able to impact more people and reach more customers with almost the same cost. So YouTube videos like what you're watching over here can be evergreen. They can be viewed by someone 6 months down the road or 1 year down the road. And same for my website where I have articles. Some of them are evergreen, which means they are bringing in traffic 20 to 30 a day without me to intervene on it. And I believe that everybody, we have all our own unique passion and skill set. So for example, you're good with yoga. Maybe my suggestion is you can do a YouTube channel, reach more people, and yoga could be a way whereby you can build your secondary source of income with your mind. You can teach yoga, and maybe a better tip is you can even bring that to TikTok, which is a newer platform. TikTok enables you to create things with a bit more entertainment. So yoga, I imagine, if you can twist it and make it even more entertaining, you could be a hit on TikTok, and from there, you could really build a secondary source of income. Think broad. Don't say it's impossible. It's always possible. And once you are, for example, famous for that subject, like a yoga entertainer, then you realize that your brand becomes not a commodity. So on YouTube, I also try to practice that myself. I try to protect my brand, keep it clean, keep it respectable, so that when I work with deals and brands, there is a premium that I can command to it. And with that, I actually thought of a second idea. So if you are good with cars, for example, you're not into yoga, you're into cars, then maybe consider starting a YouTube channel on cars, because that's something I think is lacking. Electric vehicles are coming to Singapore big. Tesla is already here. And if you're good with cars, or if you are in the car industry, simply create a channel, teach everything you can about cars, get people excited about next car, and very soon you'll be seeing electric vehicles looking to partner with you. Imagine Mercedes partnering with you, BMW partnering with you, or even NIO or XPeng partnering with you. You realize that the budget you can command in terms of what you can advertise for them is actually quite high. So that's a friendly suggestion. Maybe if it can help you in some way, let me know. Drop in the comment sections. And hopefully I've given you enough juice on my journey, on how I've doubled my income. And hopefully you can pick on something that you can adopt for yourself today. With that, I'll sign off. Smash on like, smash on subscribe. I'll see you in a future video. Take care and goodbye.